Microsoft Works. Microsoft Works is a productivity software suite developed by Microsoft, sold from 1987 to 2009. Its core functionality included a word processor, a spreadsheet, and a database management system. Later versions had a calendar application and a dictionary, while older releases included a terminal emulator. Works was available as a standalone program and as part of a namesake home productivity suite. Because of its low cost, $40 retail, or as low as $2 OEM, companies frequently pre-installed Works on their low-cost machines. Works was smaller, less expensive, and had fewer features than Microsoft Office and other major Office suites available at the time. History. Microsoft Works originated as MouseWorks, an integrated spreadsheet, word processor, and database program designed for the Macintosh by ex-Apple employee Don Williams and Rupert Lisner. Williams was planning to emulate the success of AppleWorks, a similar product for Apple II computers. Bill Gates and his head of acquisitions, Alan M. Boyd, convinced Williams to license the product to Microsoft instead. Initially, it was to be a scaled-down version of Office for the then small laptops such as the Radio Shack TRS-80 Model 100, which Microsoft was developing. As laptops grew in power, Microsoft Works, as it was to be called, evolved as a popular product in its own right. On September 14, 1987, Microsoft unveiled Works for DOS. The initial version 1.x of Works ran on any PC with at least 256K of memory. Works 2.x, introduced in 1990, required 512K, and 3.x, introduced in 1992, required 640K. In 1991, Microsoft issued the first Windows version of Works, titled MS Works for Windows 2.0. System requirements consisted of Windows 3.0, a 286 CPU, and 1 MB of memory. Works 3.x in 1993 moved to requiring Windows 3.1, a 386 CPU, and 4 MB of memory. Subsequent releases were for Windows 95 and up, and the final version was Works 9.x in 2007, requiring Windows XP or Vista, 256 MB of memory, and a Pentium 4 CPU. Microsoft released Macintosh versions of Works starting with Works 2.0 in 1988. The version numbering roughly followed that of Windows releases. Through version 4.5a, Works used a monolithic program architecture whereby its word processor, spreadsheet, and database documents ran in windows of the same program interface. This resulted in a small memory and disk footprint, which enabled it to run on slower computers with requirements as low as 6 MB of RAM and 12 MB of free disk space. It also provided a mini version of Excel for DOS systems, as a DOS version of that program was not available. Works 2000, version 5.0, switched to a modular architecture which opened each document as a separate instance and uses the print engine for Microsoft Explorer. Version 9.0, the final version, was available in 2 editions, an advertisement-free version available in retail and for OEMs, and an ad-supported free version, Works SE, which was available only to OEMs for pre-installation on new computers. In late 2009, Microsoft announced it was discontinuing Works and replacing it with Office 2010 Starter Edition. Features. Microsoft Works has a built-in compatibility for the Microsoft Office document formats, Doc and XLS, including but not limited to the ability of Works Word Processor to open Microsoft Word documents and the ability of Works Spreadsheet to open Microsoft Excel workbooks. Newer versions include task panes but do not include updated features. Even in the final version, version 9.0, the Windows 95 era icons and toolbars were not updated to make them consistent with later application software. While its utility for large organizations is limited by its use of incompatible proprietary native .wks spreadsheet, .wdb database, and WPS word processor file formats, the simplicity of integrating database/spreadsheet data into word processor documents, e.g. mail merge, allowed it to retain an option for some small and home-based business owners. Version 4.5a is particularly noted in this respect. The database management system, while a flat file, i.e., non-relational, allows the novice user to perform complex transformations through formulas which use standard algebraic syntax and can be self-referential, and user-defined reports which can be copied as text to the clipboard. A Works Portfolio utility offers Microsoft Binder-like functionality. By installing the 2007 Office System Compatibility Pack, the Works word processor and spreadsheet can import and export Office Open XML document formats, although they are converted rather than being operated upon natively. The Works calendar can store appointments, integrates with the Windows Address Book, as well as Address Book's successor, Windows Contacts, and can remind users of birthdays and anniversaries. It supports importing and exporting iCalendar.ics files. It does not support subscribing to iCalendar files or publishing them online via WebDAV. Up to version 8, using the Works Task Launcher, the calendar and contacts from Windows Address Book could be synchronized with portable devices. In Works 9.0, the sync capability had been removed. File format compatibility. Microsoft makes file format conversion filters for Microsoft Word for opening and saving to Works word processor format. Microsoft Office Excel can import newer Works spreadsheets because of the newer Works spreadsheet also uses the Excel format but with a different extension, .xlr. There is an import filter for older Works 2.0 spreadsheet format, .wks. However, it may be disabled in the registry by newer Microsoft Office service packs. As far as Works Spreadsheet 3.x/4.x/2000.wks and Works Database, any version of .wdb files are concerned, Microsoft does not provide an import filter for Excel or Access. There are third-party converters available for converting these file types to Excel spreadsheets. For database files .wdb, there is also a donateware utility. For spreadsheet.wks and database.wdb file, a commercial solution is available. A general C++ library, libwps, can extract text from many different versions of Microsoft Works. LibreOffice, NeoOffice, and OxygenOffice have included libwps. libwps also provides a command line converter. One commercially available solution for converting to and from Microsoft Word files on the Macintosh platform is the MacLink Plus product from DataViz. Free online conversion services are also available. Version history. Works for MS-DOS. Microsoft Works 1.12, Microsoft Works 1.5, Microsoft Works 2.0 and 2.00a, Microsoft Works 3.0, 3.0a, and 3.0b. Works for Mac OS. Microsoft Works 1.0, Microsoft Works 2.0, Microsoft Works 3.0, Microsoft Works 4.0. Works for Microsoft Windows. Microsoft Works 2.0 and 2.0a, Windows 3.x, Microsoft Works 3.0, 3.0a, and 3.0b, Windows 3.x, Microsoft Works 4.0, 4.0a, 4.5, and 4.5a, Windows 95, Microsoft Works 2000, version 5, Microsoft Works 6.0, last version for Windows 95, Microsoft Works 7.0, last version for Windows 98, original release, Microsoft Works 8.0, last version for Windows 98, SE, ME 2000, fully compatible with Windows XP and Windows Vista, Windows 7, and later versions of Windows. Microsoft Works 8.0, free update for Windows 8.0 and Microsoft Works Suite 2006 users. Microsoft Works 9.0, first version fully compatible with all versions of Windows Vista. Works Suite. In 1997, Microsoft introduced Microsoft Home Essentials, which packaged several of its home productivity titles into a single suite that was sold for a then low price, described in a review by the Chicago Tribune as one of the best bargains ever offered. Home Essentials continued to evolve, and beginning with the 1999 edition, look to the namesake of Windows Works becoming Works Suite. A slimmer version of the suite dubbed Works Deluxe was also offered for that year, but discontinued thereafter. As the programs within Works Suite were developed separately and sold individually, each had a unique look and feel. They were integrated by a task pane, which picked the appropriate program for the user to accomplish each task. In addition to the core programs, each version of Works Suite was also included programs such as Phone Sync in 2001 and PowerPoint Viewer beginning in 2005. Later versions of Works Suite promoted users to upgrade a more featured versions of its inclusions at a discontinued rate. In addition to retail sales, Works Suite was included with the purchase of a new computer by several manufacturers, notably Dell and Gateway. Works Suite was discontinued after the 2006 edition. Works was later bundled with Word as Works Plus 2008, but made available only to OEMs. Comparison of bundle Works home productivity suites. See also List of applications with iCalendar support and Lotus 123.